You know what sound that is, folks. You betcha. That's another Noon Whistle. I'm Chris Trottier.
And I'm John Anzalone. So welcome. Since we have three guests. Who do we got today?
We have Sam Stebnitz of Stebnitz Builders, class of 2018. Am I correct?
You nailed it.
Woo! And UW-Madison grad. All right.
Absolutely.
He's friends of the program with Greg Gard. We got Billy Lauderdale from Form Wealth Advisor, graduate 2019 graduate. Correct? Big shot,
Yep.
Billy. He made it to a state semi. Billy, were you who was better, you or Jalen Johnson?
It's debatable. I got a picture of a nice block I had on him.
Okay, I thought so.
I'll keep it in my back pocket for a long time.
You should be his advisor, though, because it's just signed a 3-year deal for, what, $150 million?
That'd be a nice one.
And in classic Jalen Johnson fashion, he's out for the season. So, Kyle Shoeneberg, 2018 grad, correct?
Correct.
Whew, man, I'm 3 for 3. Whitewater, UW Whitewater grad, right?
Nailed it again.
Look at that. And employee of Stebnitz Builders. Correct.
Well, you
Correct.
where's Billy working now?
I said Form Wealth.
He already got it. He got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I only know Billy as The Shot, his nickname. The Shot?
And for those of you who are looking to recruit, John Anzalone will not be an employee of Stebnitz because he doesn't make the listening criteria. So, all right. So let me just set the table here. Every year we have the mini hoop league, which is Elkhorn's version of Sandlot. And I would actually say it became bigger. Fair?
It may be fair. There may be a movie in the works. We've had a few, studios reach out. We'll see if we take the offer. It's pretty big.
Hey, let's not take anything away from the Sandlot, though. Being a baseball guy, can we just call it the Blacktop?
Almost a spin-off of sorts. It's going direct to Netflix. It's not hitting the theaters.
Okay, well, you heard that here on the Noon Whistle. And we always have our 3 experts from the Mini Hoop League who are legendary in their own fashion to provide a public service announcement to everybody who's filling out their brackets. And what better way to celebrate, on a serious note, 3 successful Elkhorn grads who are not only successful in their post-high school career as
handsome,
but they're also really good looking and they're smart. So let's jump right in. Everybody, if you're listening, get your brackets out because this is better than you don't need Jay Billis or Jay Will. All right. These guys are better than Rafferty. All right, here we go. Let's start in the South. I'm going to go right down the line, Sam, Billy, Kyle, and then we'll have conversations. Who are your biggest upset alerts in the South? Go, Sam.
Now, the South is, I think that's going to be a pretty chalky region in general. But I do have a upset going to the Sweet 16 pending tonight's play-in game. I have the San Diego State Aztecs going to the Sweet 16 and beating Ole Miss and Iowa State along the way. So we'll see if that pans out, and it'll be really telling tonight. You'll be able to fact check me right away.
Billy, who do you like?
I love UC San Diego. I'm not salty at all about Sunday's result in the Big Ten championship game, so I'm going to go with UC San Diego to knock off Michigan. It's a lot like Iowa a couple years ago to me, where you make that run in the Big Ten tournament, you're feeling all good, and then this feisty 12 seed hits you in the first round. I think UC San Diego can turn them over quite a bit and get a win.
I like it. Kyle, I guess you're not going with San Diego based on our pre-conversation before the show, but let's hear it.
Nope, I am with Billy as well with UC San Diego. I have them advancing to the Sweet 16, actually. Every few years you get that hot 12 seed that everybody thinks is going to beat the 5. Sometimes it usually doesn't happen. This time it will.
Oh,
John, anything you'd like to add? I know you're filling your bracket out.
I got nothing. I'm leaning on all you guys. I'm here highlighting stuff, so give it to me. Just bring
I'll throw in a bonus one. I think New Mexico is going to snip Marquette. I think the running record of Shaka Smart ever since that VCU run 15 years ago, he's really struggled in March. So New
Do you think
Mexico's
he's
got a really
kind of
nice
held
player.
on to that? Like he's really taken that VCU and made a lot of money off that one run, don't you think?
He sure has, yeah. And they missed their window these last couple of years. They could have made a Final Four run last year, and it's too bad for all my Marquette friends. I'd really like to see you guys make a run, but it feels like your window's closing a little bit.
Kyle, what do you think? You're with Billy on that one?
With Billy on that one as well. And unlike him, I am fine with my Marquette friends losing. After moving to Milwaukee, I've had this just bad Marquette taste in my mouth.
Oh, got it. You know who I do appreciate, since we ran into each other on Marquette Day, is Mason Stebnitz, who started at Marquette and then went to UW. He plays that well, doesn't he?
Yes, he certainly does.
He certainly does. I think it's fairly convenient based on who's winning. Maybe, I don't know.
Chris, can we do, for my benefit, can we do a quick rundown of who they got in the first round?
Oh man,
just a quick shakedown of who you got right from top to bottom.
We'll go right down the line. Sam, you start. Alabama or Auburn, I'm sorry, you got them winning?
Yes, Auburn.
Billy, Creighton, Louisville.
I got Louisville. Chucky Hepburn.
All right. Billy, there's a theme here, buddy. Well, we already got the UC San Diego, Texas A&M, and Yale, Kyle.
A&M, Buzz Williams.
Okay. Sam, coming back to you. You like San Diego State over Mississippi?
I do, even though Kyle's a big Ole Miss and Chris Beard fan.
Okay, Iowa State versus Lipscomb.
I'll take former Burlington Catholic Central head coach TJ Otzelberger with a resounding win over Lipscomb.
Okay. I think he's a Thomas More graduate too. All right, New Mexico, we got over Lipscomb, and then this is an easy one, Kyle. Michigan State versus Bryant. Is that Bryant Stratton or just Bryant?
I think it's just Bryant, but we're still going Michigan State.
All right. I think Izzo's got some mojo this year.
Yeah.
So, all right, who do you guys got in the final 8 in that bracket? Sam, who do you got?
I'm pretty chalk. So I've got the 1 and 2. I've got Auburn and Michigan State going to the Elite 8. I just think it's 2 of the best teams that I've watched at least all year, and they're going to prove it.
Billy?
I got Michigan State as well, but I got them playing Louisville. A common bracket theme for me over the last couple of years is watching the ACC just dominate, even though most people like to call that conference a mid-major. But when you get into March, the officials are also competing for the Final Four, and they're calling fouls. And ACC teams play a very skill-based brand of basketball, and they seem to do well in March. So I'm rolling with Louisville.
Kyle, who do you got?
I have got Auburn and Ole Miss. Ole Miss is going to take down Izzo in March, and Chris Beard is going to make a big run before he gets a big job next year.
At Indiana. All right. I got, you ready for this? I got Creighton versus Michigan State.
What's your favorite part about watching Creighton play?
I like the way they run their offense. I think they really get up and down. I mean, they chuck it a little bit, but I think they're well coached. I don't think they're very good defensively, but I think they just really shoot it well. They really move the ball well. I think they run good. I just like watching him. I think he's a really, really good coach. I don't think he's going to go anywhere, but I just think in the later season, I think he's good. Billy, you were saying something?
Yeah, Kalkbrenner makes up for the bad defense too. He just protects the rim like as good as anybody in the country. So
yeah, I just like I kind of gravitate just towards teams that just play a little bit, run good and get up and down, and which obviously was not the game I watched on Sunday against, but that's okay. Everybody was tired. All right, let's go to the West.
Let's go, Cagers.
Let's go to the West. All right. Sam, who do you upsets in the West?
Yeah, I am. I have not a very popular pick here with UConn going pretty far in the West, and it's people are down on Danny Hurley, but I'm still a big Danny Hurley believer. He's one of my favorite coaches in the country.
All right, before we move off of that, which one of since the three of you are Cagers, and Sam, you're a former coach, which one of you could have played for Danny Hurley? Anybody?
I played for Andy Umnes growing up, so I could do it.
Wow, Andy Umnes shout out. Okay.
There you go. Nice. I like
Kyle,
that.
what do you think?
I could have been Danny Hurley's son going at the end of the game and dribble it out when we're up by 20.
I like that.
Could have done that.
Yeah.
Yep,
Is there a difference between Andy Umnes and Bobby Knight?
I think the bigger question is who's worse, Danny Hurley or Bobby Knight? Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'd like to play for UConn just so I got to meet Bill Murray. That would be my approach. All right.
Yeah. So, what team is Bill Murray cheering for this year? He mixes it up, doesn't he? He was a Xavier guy for a little bit.
But his son coaches at UConn, right?
Yeah.
So now he's a UConn guy. Yep. He just follows. He follows wherever his son goes.
We'll see
which is fine.
Yeah. He loves the Big East.
Yeah, he loves the Big East. All right, Billy, who do you got for upsets?
I'm gonna go with Grand Canyon over Maryland.
Ooh.
Something's just been missing about Maryland to me, and they got the star freshman, but that usually tends to fade out in March. So I'm taking Grand Canyon. They're due for one.
All right, Kyle.
I've got the Drake Bulldogs. Pick Drake every year, and I'm going to keep on doing it until they win.
Over Texas Tech. Okay. Or no, I'm sorry, over Mizzou.
Over Missouri.
Or Mizzou.
Yep.
You know, I thought you were a pretty smart guy.
Uh-oh. Wow. Wow.
But I will give you that you're loyal. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. You want to go right down the list? Because obviously John needs some help here.
Yeah, I do. I'm here. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for
Florida, Norfolk State.
Yeah, that's an easy one. You got to go with Florida.
Well, let's go to Billy. Billy, how do you feel about Oklahoma, UConn?
I lean Oklahoma. I'm a big Porter Moser guy. He's a really good coach in these one-game situations. They won the Battle for Atlantis back in November, people tend to forget, before the mess of SEC play. So Oklahoma is a pretty dangerous team.
I also like Porter Moser too. Okay, Kyle, we got Memphis, Colorado State.
I will be taking Memphis, even though it seems as if we're seeing St. Cat's grad Tyrese Hunter won't be playing. I still think Memphis has enough to take down Colorado State.
How many universities has he attended in his tenure? Three? Or is it 3 or 4?
I think three. Just Iowa State,
3.
Texas, and Memphis. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We got Missouri Drake. Who do you like, Sam?
Yeah, I'm going to zag from Kyle here. I'm going to take Missouri. I have been burned by Drake before. I'm going to stay away from him this year. I have watched a total of 2 Missouri basketball games this year. Liked them both times. So we're going to roll with that.
All right. Billy, who do we got next? We got
Texas
Tech, NC Wilmington.
I think Texas Tech cruises.
All right. Kansas, Arkansas. Who do you got, Kyle?
Give me Calipari. Get Hunter Dickinson out of this tournament. I never want to watch him play basketball again.
Hunter Dixon has to be 42 years old. I feel like he's just been playing forever.
And then how about Ellis?
He is. What? Barry Ellis. St. John's, Nebraska, Omaha. I thought Nebraska Omaha was like D3, but apparently not. Sam, what do you got?
I'm going to stick with my my theme of the Big East in this region. St. John's is going to roll there. They're just one of the toughest teams in the tournament.
All right, Billy. Final 2 in the West region.
I got Florida playing St. John's. Chalk.
Okay. All right. Kyle?
Chalk it up. Same thing. Florida, St. John's.
Sam?
I'm the only one that's different here. I got to go with UConn and St. John's. It's going to be a Big East matchup. 2 of the great personality coaches in the nation here.
Wow.
I'm surprised Kyle didn't pick Drake, but
I like it. I like it. All right, let's keep this train moving. Let's go to the East. Upset alert time from the Mini Hoop League. Who do we got in the upset in the East?
I'll be honest, I got nothing. I went chalk the whole way here. Just had to ride with my Badgers.
How far can they ride it?
I'm going to say they're taking it all the way to the Elite Eight, and I'm hoping one of my counterparts here has them going a little bit even farther than that.
I have them losing to Montana.
What?
Oh, get out!
You do?
Okay.
It's a hater right
Little
there.
fly in the ointment there. All right.
There's only one person that'll text me every time Wisconsin loses, and he's on this call.
Hey, but do you like my? Do you like how now I say I think they're going to win?
Yeah.
All right, Billy, who do you got on upset alert there?
I got Arizona on upset alert. They've had a tendency lately to struggle in these tournament situations. So, and I watched them play in Madison earlier this year and get popped by the Badgers. I was not impressed with the Caleb Love show. So I think Akron could get them.
What's Akron's nickname?
The Zips.
The Zips. I like it. All right, Kyle, who do you got? Who's your upset alert?
I'm with Billy on the Akron Zips. I think Akron, 18-point comeback in the MAC championship, win on a buzzer beater. You're just going to ride that high all the way to an Arizona upset.
Anybody liking BYU? I know they would play Wisconsin in the second game, but BYU's pretty good.
They're very good. They passed the eye test for me. I got them in the Elite Eight, actually.
You see, they got the #1 recruit in the country coming in next year.
For some reason, they have an NIL budget out there that's unbelievable. They don't look like your typical BYU team.
I know.
It's got to be all those ski resorts out there just pumping in money for that.
There you go.
City.
All right, let's go right down the line. Sam, tough one. Duke versus the winner of American versus, I don't even know who MSM is, to be honest with you.
That'd be Mount St. Mary's.
There you go.
But I still have Duke, even though there is anybody know the proud Elkhorn alum that went to American for rugby?
John?
I do. I think it was Carm Consolino.
Bingo. So
dang, look at that. A shout out.
Shout out to Carm. I hope Carm's on here.
Was he a 17 or 18 grad?
17.
Man, I'm 4 for 4 right now. All right, let's keep going. Mississippi State versus Baylor. Billy.
I'll take Mississippi State. I think they're a really tough team, and that point guard Hubbard can do it all.
Oregon Liberty.
Oregon.
We'll skip the Zip versus Arizona. BYU VCU.
I'm going with BYU. Like I said, like Billy said, they passed the eye test. Got to watch a great BYU Arizona game a couple weeks back, and that's really lit the spark for me, at least, watching them. They're fun.
We'll skip the next one since I know all of you had some red Kool-Aid this morning. And let me just say this. Moving to the next game, is there a better final conference game than St. Mary's versus Gonzaga? Like, it's just, I always look forward to it. It's like it's great. It wasn't great this year, but it usually is. You guys probably don't know this, but St. Mary's has the son of one of the first great European players to play in the NBA. Sarunas Marshalunas played for Golden State. Now his son's the point guard. Really good player.
We need to fact check that. I think.
Well, listen, you can fact check it all you want. This brain is full of senseless knowledge. Okay, so we're going.
I will agree with that.
St. Mary's Vanderbilt.
I'll take Vanderbilt. My guy Adam Simmons played for Westosha when I was in school. He was eventually a manager at UW, and now he's an assistant coach at Vanderbilt. And they had some huge wins this year over some of the bigger SEC teams. So I think Vandy works some magic and gets a win there.
That's a great little nugget. I love it. His dad is also one of the deans at and kind of leads the Gateway Elkhorn campus. Little SLC knowledge for everybody. We're not, we'll spread it out to the conference. All right, Alabama versus Bob Morris.
I'll ride Alabama. Nate Oates, old UW Whitewater coach.
Ooh.
I'll ride him against Robert Morris.
Are you a Nate Oates fan, Kyle? I mean, as a fellow Warhawk?
I like Nate Oates. I liked him at Buffalo. Alabama just doesn't feel right that they can be good at football and basketball.
Okay,
Not right.
All right. All right, here we go.
Football's dropping off.
All right, Sam, last two here. Who do you got in the final 8? The 2 from the East.
Yeah, I've got a rematch of our least favorite national championship game. I've got Duke and Wisconsin.
Okay, well, maybe they can guard a pick and roll this time and get to the Final Four. So all right, who do you got, Billy?
I got Duke and BYU.
Woo, Billy!
Yeah.
So you got BYU beating Wisconsin.
Not proud of it, but I just don't love the draw we got after playing 4 straight games last weekend. Now we got to go up to the altitude in Denver, playing an altitude team. A lot of bad stuff, a lot of bad combinations there.
A lot of insight there.
That is. You guys are deep. I love listening to this. Yeah, you guys are deep.
All right, Kyle, who do you got?
I've got Duke, Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin is going to destroy BYU. I was thinking shades of when the Kaminsky-Decker Badgers played Baylor and everybody was like, oh, it's such a bad matchup, 2-3 zone, and then we killed them. And I think it's going to be the same thing.
I do like your choice of pronouns there in we. So that's good. That's good. You're loyal. I love it. All right, here we go. Let's close it out with the Midwest. By the way, anybody going to Milwaukee to see the games?
I'll be there.
Late session.
I like it. Billy, you're probably working, right?
Yeah, those Kentucky fans kind of priced me out too.
Sounds good. Here we go. All right, let's go through. Upset alert in the Midwest. Sam, who do you got?
Yeah, I've got Mark Few and Gonzaga going all the way to the Elite 8. That's my upset.
Wow, that's going on a leap. I like it. Billy, who do you got an upset alert in the Midwest?
I got a couple here. First, Xavier. Every year, a first 4 team tends to win. So I like Xavier this year. Illinois shoots a ton of threes, and they're not very good at it. So I think they're a prime upset candidate.
Is he on the hot seat?
Underwood? No.
Okay.
No way.
No.
He's a good coach.
I didn't say was a good. There's a lot of good coaches are on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else? The other one I have is High Point over Purdue. Purdue had their little magic run last year, but the 3 years before that, they lost to really bad teams in this tournament. So I'm not a huge Braden Smith guy. I just don't like Purdue this year. I think they're in a gap year.
Do you think he should have been Player of the Year in the Big Ten?
Absolutely not.
No, I agree with that. Kyle, who do you got an upset alert?
I have got UCLA taking down Tennessee in the second round. I think Rick Barnes had a nice little run last year, and it's time that he gets back to his old coming up short in the tournament ways.
Doesn't have Durant this time. Here we go. All right, who we got? Who you got? Well, Sam, we know you have Gonzaga and who in the final there?
I have Gonzaga and Kentucky. Looking at Mark Pope making his first run in the tournament. Great coach. I'm excited about that.
Isn't he a doctor?
I'm not sure he's a pope.
Okay, there you go. Billy, who do you have in the finals there?
So I thought about Clemson with another former Westosha kid, Jaden Zachary. I thought about Gonzaga because every year Houston runs into a team that can just score over their defense, and there's nothing they can do about it. But I think Houston can score with them this year, and I think Houston plays Tennessee in the Elite 8. I
like the shot. Zachary's having a great year, isn't he?
He is.
He's in a great year. All right, Kyle, bring us home.
I've got Houston and UCLA. After UCLA beats Tennessee, I think they take it all the way to the Elite 8.
All right. In the spirit of time, Final Four, and we're going to go Final Four. Sam, Final Four is?
Yeah, I've got Michigan State. I've got St. John's, Duke, and Kentucky.
Got it. Billy?
I got Michigan State, Florida, Duke, and Houston.
Kyle?
I have got Ole Miss, Florida, Duke, and Houston.
All right. Here we go. Championship game. Sam?
Yeah, I've got Michigan State beating Duke in the championship.
You got Izzo hosting.
I got Izzo.
Wow, I like it.
Give him one last championship.
Mary Trottier will be happy as a former Michigan State grad. Billy, who do you got?
So Duke and Houston are going to play an epic game in the semifinal. And that when that happens, usually that the winner of that epic game runs into the team who cruised in the other semifinal. And I think Florida cruises all the way to a national championship over Houston.
All right, Kyle.
I have got Florida playing Duke in the national championship, and I've got Florida winning. I think Florida is the last 2 years UConn. They are just head and shoulders above everybody else, and they are going to run away with it.
All right. I like it. This was what a great public service announcement.
It was. Your knowledge and insight is amazing. Like I marvel at just listening to you guys and how deep it is and how, the things you consider. Billy's got elevation going and all that stuff. That's awesome.
Absolutely. It's the culmination of too much time watching basketball over the weekends.
Mr. Cherry Coke says, can I share my March Madness bracket?
Yeah, you can share it with whoever you want.
You can share it with whoever you want. And all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you coming up. Let's see. What do we got? We're looking forward to the movie coming out on the Mini Hoop League. Anything you guys want to update the Elkhorn community on? Any updates in your life? Everyone's proud of you. Great success. Moving on to the next chapter.
You got 32 people listening, so get it out now.
Anything you want to share that we're supposed to know? Sam, we know you're getting married.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting married this summer in the area, which will be great. Other than that,
congrats.
Cruising. Thank you.
Billy, anything else? Billy or Kyle, anything you want to share?
I don't have anything crazy right now. After this podcast last year when we did it, I passed my CFP exam the next day. So
good luck. We're good luck.
I don't know what I have coming up this week that can match that. But
Kyle, anything you want to come on top these guys? Let's go.
I got nothing crazy. Just ready for a full weekend of basketball over and over and over again.
Well, we appreciate Kyle. You know what? Looking at the screen here and talking to you guys, there's a lot I appreciate. But Kyle, I think you got the best hair of the group.
Not something I get much, but thank you.
You take away
the five of us, we know who doesn't, right?
I'm a hair connoisseur because I don't have any. So,
all right. Hey, we appreciate you guys. And, for everybody who's out there listening, I will tell you, I think this was the largest on-air population we've had in a long time. So, but a quick shout out to all of you for what you've done. You guys have obviously left your mark on the school, on the community, and continue to be successful in your post Elkhorn life. And if anybody hasn't said this to you, we'll say it to you. We're proud of you and thank you for joining us. And I'm putting together, I got my mini hoop old man's team ready. I got Rolando Sanchez and Josh Scatroot. All right.
Hey, Scatroot exceeds the height limit. You can't have him.
That's right. Okay.
That's true. We'll bring Mason and Stebnitz back out from retirement.
All right. Hey, we appreciate you guys. We want to get you back to work because I don't want to get a call from Chris saying 2 of his employees are talking hoops, but maybe he's taking notes right now. So, guys, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your week. We appreciate you guys. And on that note, thank you very much.